Jen Oliver here with none other than Dr. Marisol, Queen of the Thrones. Wait till you get a load of this one. I'm so excited to introduce her. We are talking today about what is a castor oil pack. I did not know much about a castor oil pack, but I have had so many people tell me about it.
Right.
And I actually, it was probably about, I'd say last year, maybe about 8 or 9 months ago, a naturopath that I went and met with talked to me personally about doing castor oil packs on my liver, on my belly to help with digestion, elimination. I talked about just not always feeling regular. Then she started to describe what I had to do with the castor oil pack, and I was like, how am I gonna ever do that? She's like, so you have to lay out this area, you have to make sure the kids aren't around because they'll get in it stains everywhere. She had this whole kind of thing. So I was like, that basically is never gonna happen.
And it's so funny. Right, and this is, the story that every single person says about a castor oil pack, and when they're like, what is a castor oil pack and why am I gonna do it? Like, they don't understand the benefit. And the reality is I was the same thing, and this is like circa 15, 20 years ago, I had severe irritable bowel syndrome. My gut was always, I was either going to the bathroom too much or I couldn't go at all, which was,
isolated too.
Such a big problem, especially when our hormones are changing after babies or, even just in life, like as after babies, you can be a bit of a hormonal soup that changes and varies, and so your bowels are really, really dependent upon your hormonal status. So I was a bit of a mess, and I was told constantly to do them, and I wouldn't do them, and it took me getting super sick and losing faith in my body's ability to heal. Like that is so powerful.
That is a really good point.
Right? Because I was you've known me for years, right? I was taking all the right supplements. I was doing all the right exercises. I was working my mindset. I was eating well.
Such a common struggle. We know that struggle.
Right? And you're like, I'm not going to do one more thing. Like, one more thing is not going to help. Is that diet going to help, right? Is that going to help? It's like probably going to make me, so we lose faith. But then what I realized was that, I actually ended up saying, well, I've tried everything else, and the one thing I haven't tried, I never give up. I never give up. It's castor oil packs. So then I'm like, I'm going to make one. So I made myself a little castor oil pack, and I started doing it. And I had a huge realization at that point. And the realization was that, castor oil packs, number one, gave me back the faith in my body to be able to heal. Because,
so powerful.
There's nothing in this life that you are dealing with or encountering that you aren't given that and don't have the ability to be able to get through it, right? You just need to create the right space for it. And what I found out was that castor oil packs, this old legendary treatment that dates back to ancient medicine, traditional Chinese medicine.
So many benefits.
Ancient Ayurvedic medicine, they would use it for digestion, like you were saying. The Asians would use it for inflammation on joints. And then Edgar Cayce, he popularized it in North America in the early 1900s. And that's where the castor oil pack became like part of the naturopathic profession. Right?
I know I've read about it. It always seemed like such a good idea, but until I bought these ones, it wasn't a good idea.
That's right, because it was a mess. And being a busy mom, whoever wants to do it. But what I loved about it was that it made me believe in my body again. It gave me the faith. And what I ended up realizing over time in research, and it's now been about 15 years that I've been, the resident expert of castor oil and castor oil packs, is that the acronym FAITH actually works perfectly well for what castor oil packs actually achieve for our bodies. Let me share it with you. So think of the word faith. So we're going to start with the letter F. That stands for function of the digestion, absorption, and elimination.
So good.
Right? And this is the thing. It's not just about the food that we're eting and having,
You are what you eat, not necessarily if you're not absorbing it or digesting it.
Exactly. Or eliminating it. Mamas, we need to poo.
We don't want to have it around.
No, the biggest problem, if it stays in your stomach and you're not pooing, then the things that need to come out of your body, like excess cholesterol, like excess hormones, estrogens, that are causing, pain in your breasts, bloating, causing period cramping, moodiness, bazonkers in your brain, right? Fatigue, fog.
Into that movie.
Right? You've been to that movie. Love you. Exactly. So you need to be able to absorb, digest, and eliminate properly. And castor oil pack, that's one of its major claim to fame, is it's helping in that manner, right? So practicing them regularly really helps with that. And then the next letter in the word faith is A. A stands for antioxidant status. Castor oil helps to improve your antioxidant status, and the packs do as well too, because it provides some very important nutrients. Number one, it provides omega-6s, which are from sesame seed oil, an anti-inflammatory fat. It provides omega-9, which is olive oil, right? The phenomenal olive oil. But it also has its very own molecule known as ricinoleic acid, which actually provides anti-inflammatory components, and it's the end result of what you get when you take the ever-important fish oils. Super cool, eh?
Yes.
So
very cool. All in one.
All in one. Plus there's more. There's like glutathione, which is a master detoxification agent, nitric oxide. It does a variety of different things. And vitamin E, and there's more and more and more. But what happens with the fat portion, which I love, is that I don't know if ladies know this, but so many women happen to have problems with their gallbladder and digesting and absorbing fats.
Especially after having babies. There is an epidemic of women having their gallbladders removed.
Yes.
My sister was one of those.
Right.
Happened to her. She was in so much pain. She couldn't eat for almost 6 to 9 months. And the only choice was to get it out.
Right.
It's brutal.
It's so brutal. And then the problem is this, is that if you can't absorb fats, what happens there? Well, then you age faster because your skin is all based on fat health, right? Like all the cells of your body are basically a bilayer of fats. You know, you age faster, you don't feel well mentally. You need fats in order to be healthy, in order to feel satisfied, brain health, everything. So castor oil packs end up becoming a way that women can, and men, but women can help to absorb the fat a little bit better topically. And then from there, they'll be able to better absorb internally. So maybe, you know, like her sister, had she known about these, we should have chit-chatted. You know, she potentially could have maybe perhaps avoided her surgery and kept her gallbladder, because it's so important in order to digest and absorb fats. But, you know, there are those cases if you have to have it removed, that's also important too.
Many women do.
It just depends on you. So that's the A in faith. Then I in the word faith stands for inflammation regulation,
which is really at the root of everything right now. All disease, everything is about inflammation, and we're exposed to so much. We're always under that. So anti-inflammatory properties,
amazing, And the thing too is this: is it's research, it's clinically practiced, it's scientifically studied. So there's actually research that supports all this. But the thing is that it regulates inflammation, because a little bit of inflammation is good, too much is bad. Right? It's like a little bit will heal, will help the body to reset
like a little bit of stress is good.
Exactly.
Too much
pushes you, evolves you. A little bit too much inflammation, not good. It's like a fire in your body, like the raging fires in California, right? Like, and the body can't adapt. And bloating, in fact, lots of times for women, bloating is a side result of inflammation in the belly.
I'm the queen of bloating.
Right.
I remember I used to know what I would look like 7 months pregnant before I ever had kids.
Right.
So I was the bloating queen.
This is so common. And for me as well too, and so many women, we were just talking about this before we started the video. But you know, bloating in some cases is actually a response to the fire that is occurring in the abdomen. And what do firefighters do to turn off a fire? What do?
Water.
Exactly. So guess what? Your body will shift the water into your tissues, and that's partly what makes you feel bloated, makes you feel like you're carrying more weight in your belly.
Totally.
Yeah, but it also can make you more constipated because you've shifted the water out of the intestine into the tissues around.
Good one.
So all of that will go down with doing these packs.
Which I never really realized.
Isn't that amazing?
I'm so excited.
I know, and I mean, this really, like, this builds your faith back. Yes, and it's simple. And then T stands for tension and stress reduction. Again, like we just said, you know, too much inflammation, no good. Too much tension and stress, no good. But a little bit is good because it evolves us.
And well, we have kids, so that's already enough tension in the house. Minimizing is good.
That's right, exactly. So, you know, a little bit of stress is great. And what the important thing is that so many of us run on the stress sympathetic state constantly. Adrenaline. Cortisol, and those hormones disrupt our natural, healthy, you know, female hormones. So what we want to do is we want to balance that stress, and we need to have a good balance of a bit of stress and not too much stress. And the minute you put on a castor oil pack, it's like the escape button on the computer to switch you into the relaxed state. Not to mention placing the pack on your body increases oxytocin.
Ooh,
remember oxytocin?
The love hormone.
That's right.
That's what I used to leak from my boobs when I orgasm.
Oxytocin. That's right.
That was the one.
That's oxytocin. That's exactly it. And oxytocin actually has been scientifically researched and shown to help with reduction of appetite because you feel full, you feel satisfied with life. So it's used as also as a weight loss strategy. Isn't that interesting? Yeah. So you know, when you're breastfeeding, many women, not all, but many women experience like losing weight, and they're like, wow, like part of it is that oxytocin, you know, is flowing, and you're satisfied with that beautiful little babes in your arms, right? So
That's
super
nice.
cool.
Yeah, so that actually helps release that.
Yeah.
Well, I know the minute I lie down, I'm already like, so
feeling
this gives
good.
you that feeling,
Yeah.
even if you're not lying down.
Yeah. Oh, and the other thing too is that I forgot to mention with the inflammation reduction, you know, and all the antioxidant support is that it also helps with stretch marks and tightening of the tissues, right? Because it's nourishing for the skin. It's the ultimate nourishing oil.
And the oil is going directly on the skin.
Yeah, directly on the skin. And on the next big upcoming video, we're going to show you exactly how to do it.
Yes.
But there's one more letter left. That letter is H. And that stands for host microbiome balance. Guys, we all have trillions of bugs on the outside of our bodies, on the inside of our bodies. And the reality is we need them to be healthy, to be happy. And with these castor oil packs, they help to regulate and balance out, you know, overgrowth of yeast or candida. So frequent,
I have that.
Right, yeast infections is an issue. The other thing could be to just like you have bad bacteria causing bloating, causing, you know, indigestion. Digestive symptoms, IBS, all these problems. SIBO is another word that's commonly used too. So rebalancing the gut microbiome makes you healthier, makes you happier, your brain works better, your mood is better, your immune system is healthier.
Yep.
So if you guys can see, this creates the 5 pillars, the foundation of your health. That word faith, that is the foundation of your health. And castor oil packs.
Is that the foundation of it?
Yeah,
It really is.
those are the 5 things that are foundational. And if those things are working, then everything else that you're doing. So the exercises that you're doing are going to work better, right? The pearl pull-ups are going to work better.
Well, I know, even if I'm bloated and it doesn't feel right, I know I'm not getting as much for my workout. I can't even do my pearl pull-ups properly because it actually hurts, or you can't get the strength in your abs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So everything will work better. So all the strategies that you're doing, and then maybe you found, they're not 100% working for me. Maybe it's because you haven't set that foundation. And the castor oil pack is the tool that sets the foundation. And I have been hard pressed to find anything that can compare to it. All those benefits.
Yeah.
Cool.
All in one.
Yeah, it's amazing.
This.
So an old practice, and there's a reason why it's legendary. There's a reason why it's been around forever. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be around for another 6,000 years. Like it's not going
You're
anywhere.
involved, especially.
Absolutely. So that's our goal, you know, is to spread the word and get everyone involved in this movement. You know, doing castor oil packs, teaching their kids how to do castor oil packs, because it's safe for kids. It's safe for everyone. The only person it's not safe for is someone who's pregnant. Because castor oil, I'm sure many mamas out there have maybe used castor oil to induce labor. Right? So there you have it.
Okay,
yeah.
I love that.
Isn't that incredible?
It is so incredible.
Yeah.
And I think what I love about it most is just how simple it is.
Exactly.
Like, that's the power I feel. Because as moms, we're busy. We're already doing so many things. Did I take the supplements? Did I do this? I have to chase this person and that. Make sure this is simple.
So stay tuned, guys. On our next video, we're going to be talking and showing you exactly how to do a castor oil pack, Queen of the Throne style.
Yeah.
See you soon.
See ya.